हज़रत करवा रहा है अल्लाह को मानता है, अल्लाह की रसूल पाक की औरत को मानता है, रसूल पाक की औरत को मानता है. He believes in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, obeys Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Believes in Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, follows the classic ways of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And that person, despite being the poorest person alive, in actual fact that person is the richest person. He is the tycoon and the richest person, the wealthiest person in this world. On the other hand, a person has everything of this world. He might be on the top of a rich list, but the person does not have Iman in Islam. At the end of the day, that person will die. Fir'aun, he must have had some parties. He must have had some fun. Can't deny it. He had some major wealth, and he had the yes men around him. So he must have gone with a different woman every night. There's no limit to how much he must have fornicated and drunk and parties and everything. And on top of that, it's written in our Kitab that Allah has blessed him with extreme good health. So he enjoyed all of that. But at the end of the day, it all came to an end. Ultimately, whoever it is, even if they live for 1,000 years, 5,000 years, 10,000 years, the person will die. He believes at the end of the day, he's having all his fun right now, and not right now. He's on probation at the moment. But after Ramadan, he's back to his old game. So he'll have all the fun, but at the end of the day, death will come, the end will come, and he will have to stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as well. So Fir'aun had all his fun, but at the end of it, the end came. And died without Iman and Islam. That person and such people are unsuccessful forever and ever. Never to stand again, never to rise again. Final destination. And a person who has Iman, then it doesn't matter how difficult that person's life is. Like in our Kitab, there's an incident written that there were two fishermen. So they were both friends, and they used to go fishing together. So one was a Muslim, the other was a non-Muslim. So he said, Bob, come on, let's go fishing. So they went to pick their boat up, rowed on board. Hey, so now this Muslim, because he's on Iman, and he knows that everything we start, kullu amrin lam yabda bi bismillahi fahuwa aqta. Anything that started without Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, without the name of Allah, that action is incomplete. There won't be barakah and blessings in that action. Everything we do, we start with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So when he threw his net, he said Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim and threw it. So Bob now got egged up, the non-Muslim. He thought, oh, I've got God as well, I've got religion as well. So he called out to his God, Yatsanam, and he threw his net. Now, us people, because we're so shallow, and because we're so far from Deen, and because, unfortunately, forgive me for saying this, but it's a reality, and we lack the understanding of Deen so much, and we lack knowledge so much. Despite having so much knowledge, we're still very shallow in our understanding of Deen. Therefore, we tend to think that, mashallah, I've kept the 30 fasts of Ramadan, so inshallah each day I'm going to get a really nice each day. And then you get disappointed when you get a kind of shock given to you. And you think, well, what's this? I've spent 40 days, the help of Allah is coming now, bro. You just wait. Allah Ta'ala is going to bless me, bro. I've done this, I've done Umrah, now the help of Allah is going to come, bro. You watch. I'm going to be flying, bro. My business, everyone's saying my business. It's a good business. We've invested in it. I'm flogging a dead horse. I'm just throwing money into a dead pit, an endless pit. No, bro. I spent 40 days. I'm going to do it for Allah. Bro, you just watch now. I'm going to be this time next year, or I'm going to be a millionaire. Why do we say that? Why do we think that? Because we think that we deserve from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm deserving. I've done this for you, Allah. Now you give me back. That's one thing. That's our misconception. And the other thing is, we tend to think that Allah, when He gives something of material value, that's His giving. There's no other way in which Allah can give. Right? That's our limited thinking. But I always say to the brothers, one person who got £1 million halal, full whack, no hanky-panky or anything, yeah? Somebody just came and gave him full whack halal, £1 million for free he got, yeah? Is that a ni'mat from Allah? Of course it is. Why you being all sufi now? Of course it is. £1 million halal a person got for free, yeah? It's a ni'mat, isn't it? On the other hand, one brother, Allah put in his heart that he should pray 2 rakats namaz. And he performed 2 rakats salat really long, really focused towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah? So this guy, that's a ni'mat as well, isn't it? Yes? So now compare the two. Yeah? Who has got the bigger ni'mat? Yeah? The person who got the £1 million, he's got ni'mat, definitely, you can't deny he's got ni'mat. Yeah? And the person who prayed 2 rakats, he got ni'mat as well, no doubt. So who's got the bigger ni'mat? Yeah? Now us, because we're all kaching, yeah, we're all money orientated, yeah, we're all dunya, PS dunya, PPS dunya, yeah, we're all thinking dunya all the time. Therefore we think, MashaAllah, Allah make me just like him, got £1 million for nothing. That's a ni'mat. But the ulama kiram will tell us that yeah, that is a ni'mat, but the person who got the tawfiq to pray 2 rakats is richer and wealthier and more fortunate than the person who got £1 million. Yes? Because Rasulullah said, whoever prays 2 rakats in a way, in solitude, only Allah and His angels see him. When he prays that 2 rakats, Allah Ta'ala will grant him a writ, a declaration, a guarantee of deliverance from the hellfire. And Allah Ta'ala will forgive all of his sins. Yes? So that is better than £1 million is going to finish eventually anyway. Yes? But people are nodding their heads, but they've got doubt in their head. Is this guy a little? It's true, brothers. Sulaiman a.s. was going with all his glory, his splendor. 70,000 people or jinns and ins sitting on this thing of his. Yeah? This jumbo jet, however it was, without petrol, yeah, without an engine, flying from place to place, yeah, and they're sitting on there, and the birds are hovering over them to shield them from the sun, yeah. It was a spectacle. A farmer plowing the land, he sees that and he thinks, and he wasn't like it's Kazee, he wasn't like that. He was like, Subhanallah, wow. Allah Ta'ala made his voice reach the ear of Sulaiman a.s. Sulaiman a.s. looked, said, who said that? And he saw a little man down there, commanded the wind, do U-turn, yeah, reverse, go down there. After Sulaiman came down, this guy on his field, all he had on his field was his cow and his plow. Now next thing, this mega structure landing, yeah, and this man comes off, he's got an aura and he's got the nur of the water in his face, and he comes over to him, all his splendor. And the person is like, obviously, is intimidated. So I said, what did you just say? He said, what did you say? What did you say? I said, I wasn't criticizing you, I was praising you. I said, Subhanallah, what a kingdom Allah has given you. So he said, Ajru Subhanak Akbar wa A'zam min mulki Sulaiman. He said, the reward of your Subhanallah uttered right now is greater than the whole of the kingdom of Sulaiman ibn Dawood, because the kingdom of Sulaiman ibn Dawood will come to an end. And the reward of your Subhanallah, Haji Abdul Hassan used to say, don't say, when I say Subhanallah, a tree will be grown in Jannat and it will be so big, 100 years, a horse will run under its shade and it won't come to an end. Don't say it will happen, say ho gaya. Yaha kaha, waha ho gaya. It's immediate, spontaneously it's happened. I'm on the farsh saying Subhanallah, and on the arsh, meaning in the heavens, the tree is there now, and the tree is there forever and ever and ever, ever green, ever flowering, ever delivering fruits. And when we will go there, then we will enjoy that tree forever and ever and ever. So where's £1 million compared to that? So that's a real ni'mat. But because of our limited understanding, we tend to think Allah has only one way of giving. Yeah? And when Allah gives, that's His way of giving. Yeah? But the reality is Allah gives in many, various different ways. One person has got a business, yeah, and it's raining money, yeah, and he hardly does anything. You know, like some people, they just hit the jackpot, so to speak, yeah. Very little effort or investment needed, and it's just like the taps are open and money's flowing in, yeah. The person's got a really nice, easy life and loads of money coming in, yeah. But his wife, she's really what can you say? She's disloyal, or she's a battle axe. Yeah. So his life is Jahannam. Yeah. Next man, he's like, you know, labourer, yeah, not earning much, minimal wage and everything, but he's got a gem of a wife. Yeah. Yeah. She would like to die for him, to do anything for him. Yeah? Then, so that means that it's not just the person who's got the big business, who's got wealth. This guy's got wealth as well. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, وَخَيْرُ مَتَاعِ الدُّنْيَا, the best wealth of this world is a pious wife. Yes? One person has got good looks, good house, good money and all that sort of stuff, but his kids are feral. Yeah? They're disobedient. Another person is a simpleton, but all his sons and daughters, hafiz and alim, they are pious and really obedient. That's a ni'mat from Allah as well, isn't it? You understand? So Allah Ta'ala has different ways of blessing a person. Yeah? And one of the ways that Allah Ta'ala gives to us, right? Brace yourselves for this, is by taking away. Yeah? One of the ways that Allah Ta'ala gives to His loyal slaves, to the ones He loves, is by taking away from them, by depriving them. Because Allah is Allah. Allah is Hakim. Allah does things in mysterious ways. Allah ki Khuda to Khuda hi jane. Yeah? Only Allah knows his brilliance. Yeah? On the occasion of Badr, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam sent his men because they went to intercept the caravan of Abu Sufyan. Allah Ta'ala helped him. Allah Ta'ala let Abu Sufyan find out where the Muslims were, where Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was, and so they escaped. Yes? Because what happened was, when Abu Sufyan's scouts went, they found some camel droppings. Yeah? So then Abu Sufyan, they went and reported. Abu Sufyan goes, where do you see it? He says here. So he picked it up. He was a wise guy, and he crushed it. And inside that he found, what did he find in there? Gems, date stones, goodly. So he said, only people of Medina. There's a lot of khajurs, a lot of dates in Medina, and the people of Medina, they feed their camels date stones. So these camels are from Medina. These are Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's men. So they said, let's do a detour. So they went, and they, Mauli Sahib ka hai, shayad Imam Sahib ka. Dhake ke niche tha na, Zohar ke baad reh gaya tha. So Abu Sufyan found out, and he escaped. At the same time, Abu Sufyan was the enemy of Allah on that day. Yeah? He was a non-Muslim. And the Habib of Allah, he sends his men to try and find out where the caravan is, and the caravan doesn't find out. Yeah? Our logic says that, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah's with him, and they gotta go and get them, and I think, you know. Why? Because there was hikmah in the long-term plan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yes? There are many instances like that, where things don't go according to plan, but it didn't go according to our plan, it went according to Allah's plan. Allah has bigger things in store for us. So anyway, going back to the story of Bob the Fisherman, remember him, don't leave him in the middle of this. Yeah? So when the Muslim throws his net, he goes, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. The non-Muslim, he says, Ya Sanam, he calls out to his idol, and he throws a net. Now we think, MashaAllah, MashaAllah, by his Muslimi, he prayed Bismillah, he's going to get bear fish. What happens is after 5-10 minutes, when he pulls the when my man pulls the net back, he says Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, comes back empty. Bob's like, you say Islam is the true religion. Now when he pulls his, he says he doesn't forget to pray Ya Sanam because he wants to make a statement, isn't it? When he says Ya Sanam and pulls his net back, what do we say? What do we think? It should be empty. Kafir. Nothing, give nothing Allah. What happens? Pulls it back, half filled with fish. Yeah? Bob's dead happy, my man's like looking at him, embarrassed. So now he throws the net again, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This guy, Ya Sanam. Same thing. When he pulls it back, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, empty. Half full. And this continues until, after a few hours, it's getting a bit dark, Bob's boat is brimming with fish. And my man is got nothing. So now, Bob is now, yeah? And the Muslim is like really embarrassed. And so Bob goes, hey, what you say, we throw it like one last time before we head back, huh? Might get lucky, yeah? He goes, okay. So now, the Muslim, he says, with all the sincerity and all the makhraj that he can muster, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Yeah? He went 5 days in it, so he sat in the Quran all that. Yeah? So Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Yeah? With a tear in his eye, he throws it in. And this guy now, he's matter of factly flippant. Yes, and when he goes to pull it back, yeah. In the meantime, he's making dua in his heart. Oh Allah, he's a non-Muslim. I'm on the haqq. Ya Allah, I'm inviting him towards Islam. This would be a sign for him. Yeah? And if you deprive me now, Ya Allah, then he's going to become more ardent on his, more steadfast on his kufr. Ya Allah, please don't embarrass me in front of this guy. I'm a sinner, Allah, forgive my sins, don't punish me because my sins. Making all this dua and he's crying in his heart. When he goes to pull it back, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, and with trepidation, reluctantly, he pulls it, and he has one fish, one sardine in there. Alhamdulillah. When he goes to grab it, it slips out of his hand back in the ocean. Yeah, Alhamdulillah. I'm crying. Bob's watching there. Hey, Muhammad, come here. Now he says, Ya Sanam. When he pulls his net back, he can't pull it back because it's completely filled with fish. Muhammad, come give me a hand. So he has to jump over to that boat and keep it back. Yeah? Now this is completely full. The fish are falling over. Bob goes, it's alright, you can have some on the hand. You can have some on the hand. Muhammad's not in the mood for eating at all now. Isn't it? So all this happened on the earth. In the heavens, the angels, they've been watching this. And they saw the spectacle. And they saw there was a commotion in the heavens. Like, Ya Allah, what is this? This person, he is a muwahhid. He believes in you. He's a Muslim. He stays hungry in the month of Ramadan. He stands in Taraweeh. And he gives his wealth in zakat. He strives out in your path. He calls out to you. He sacrifices his sleep. He prays tahajjud in the middle of the night. In the of the night, he calls out to you. He's living his life according to your commandments. And you deprived him. You've embarrassed him in front of the non-Muslim who doesn't even acknowledge your existence, let alone worship you. Ya Allah, what's this? We don't understand how you work. So Allah Ta'ala shifted the veils between the angels and the mu'mins. That guy who was disappointed, who was embarrassed, his Jannah, his eternal abode. And when the angels saw the holes and the qusurs and the rivers and the trees and the fruits and everything, they came back to Allah and they said, oh Allah, if you embarrass this person like this every single day, and you take away from him whatever you've given him, you take away his wealth and his health, and he lives a miserable life, but this is going to be his final abode, then he is the most fortunate of person. There's a similar story in the time of Musa alayhi salam. The reason why I mentioned that is because the words of the angel said to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, similar incident when they were shown, they said, O Allah, bi'izzatika wa uluwi qudratik, لو كان هذا أقطع اليدين وأقطع الرجلين مكبا على وجهه وكان مصيره هذا لكان أسعد الناس. Wallah, if you deprived him, whatever you've given him, you deprive him of all that as well. And if he loses his arms and his legs, and he has to crawl around on his nose to get from one place to another, but ultimately, if this is going to be his place, this is going to be his accommodation, his final destination, Jannah, then despite all of that affliction and difficulty, he is the most fortunate of people. And Allah Ta'ala then moves the veils between the angels and that person, the disbelievers, abode in the fire of hell. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that the fire of hell is a vast place. The wall of Jahannam, if a person walked continuously for 40 years, he would be unable to scale the wall of Jahannam. Yet the cells inside Jahannam are so narrow and small in order to afflict the most torment on people. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said there will be little crevices in the walls of Jahannam, little like rips, crevices. Jahannami people will be hammered into those crevices. Allah Ta'ala protect us all. Like we hammer nails into the wall. And they'll be hammered in there and they'll be afflicted in there. And Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, the person in Jahannam, there'll be a drainage system in Jahannam. And the lowest, there'll be different stages. And all the people on all the stages, when they're being afflicted and whipped and tortured and ripped apart and everything, all their blood and pus, as it's coming out, it'll run into the gutters, and then it'll run into the pipes, and then it'll go and filter down. And in the bottom of Jahannam, everyone's blood and pus will be collected as zaqum and ghislin, and that will be made into a drink, and that will be given to people, certain people to drink. Allah Ta'ala protect us all. Jahannam wa sa'at masira, terrible place, terrible place. Allah Ta'ala protect us all. Today we just talk about Jannah, we don't talk about Jahannam. Therefore we've forgotten Jahannam, but Jahannam is a reality as well. Innaha Sa'at Masira, it's a terrible place, Allah Ta'ala says. Yes? So the angels will see all of that, and then they say to Allah, that Allah, if you bless this person with this kind of happiness and ni'mas all his life, yeah, you know, like they say, I'm walking on sunshine, life's a melody. Even if that person's life is a melody, every day he's being blessed with ni'mas from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, nothing ever goes wrong for him, yeah, he's always flavor of the month, everyone loves him, and he's got money pouring in, and he's got the bling, and he's got the women, and he's got the cars, and he's got the house, he's got everything. But ultimately the person dies without iman, lakana ashqan nas, the person is the most unfortunate. And Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, to illustrate how severe Jahannam is and how good Jannat is, he says that a person who never suffered any kind of affliction in the dunya, had a honky-dory life, Allah Ta'ala will ask him, Allah Ta'ala will ask the angels, go dip him into Jahannam. Yeah? And after one dip in Jahannam, when Allah Ta'ala will ask him, did you enjoy any pleasures in the world? He says, La wallah. One dip in Jahannam will make him forget all the amusements, all the pleasures, all the enjoyments of his life. And the mu'min, who suffered all his life striving, worry, fikr, illnesses, difficulties, tahajjud, roze, striving in the path of all those difficulties, but one dip in Jannat, Allah Ta'ala will ask him, did you suffer any difficulty in dunya? He said, nah, never, I don't know what difficulty is. One waft of Jannat will make you forget everything. Like the elders, they say, तुम्हारी एक आह बाग और बहार की शक्ल में सामने आएगी. Strive out for the sake of the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Every one of your pains and difficulties, everything cumbersome that you come across, every obstacle, every sigh of yours will become a huge pavilion and a garden in paradise. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that the gate of Jahannam, the gate of Jannat, just the gate of Jannat is so wide if all of ins and jinn, all of them were to be stood in one line and were to be told to enter Jannah at one time, they would be able to walk in all at the same time. That's how wide. Yeah? And in the hadith it says that a person will be told they are going into Jannah. So he'll go, and as he approaches the gate of Jannah, he will be so beautiful, ornamented, that he will stand there for 40 years staring at the gate of Jannah. The angels will have to come to him and tap him on the shoulder and say, "Hey, what are you doing? Get inside." Holding everything up. He'll say, "Man, Osman, look at this. What is this, man? It's beautiful." The angel says, "This is outside of your Jannah. You think this is beautiful? Wait till you go inside. This is a gate. Wait till you see the door. Wait till you see the handles. Wait till you see the furniture. Wait till you see the cupboards. Wait till you see the beds. Wait till you see the hoor lying on the bed. Roza makruh ho jayega. And wait till you see your Allah in Jannah." So because we live in the 25th century now, 21st century, sorry, because we live in 2025, other people, we not our house, we say, yeah, mashallah, mashallah. But so many doubts have crept into our heads. Afterwards, people, they come and say, "I just got a little question." I said, "You're not in your head in the Bayaan." "Yeah, but yeah." So I'll answer some of those. Yeah. Somebody think that, there's exaggeration and there's exaggeration in it. There's tablighi exaggeration. A bit too far. Okay, yeah, I can understand the gate of Jannah will be beautiful, but 40 years, come on. That's overdoing it, isn't it? Yeah? Alright, you might stand there for 40 minutes. Yeah? That's understandable. Like if somebody drives up outside the car, outside the masjid in Vauxhall Astra, we don't give it a second grab. Somebody drives up in Aston Martin, yeah, with leather interior, mahogany, dashboard and all that sort of stuff, and he's showing it off, we'll step outside after Asr Namaz, thinking I'll go home, have a cup of tea, come back for Maghrib, outside of Ramadan, obviously, yeah, and you step outside and the guy's showing his car off, and then he lets you sit inside of the thing and you're checking it out, and before you know it, Maghrib time. Why? Because time flies when you're having fun, isn't it? So there's examples of that in the dunya. Yeah? If looking at a car makes you forget where you are, yeah, and what time it is, looking at the gate of Jannah, if it makes you transcend everything, how's that not impossible? Another example I give to youngsters, especially, now I work in secondary school, so we have a yearly trip. So there used to be this place near Blackburn. I taught in Blackburn, so there was a place close by near Chorley called Camelot, yeah, theme park. So every year we used to go there, take the kids there. So I was up for that, right? Because you get on the rides for free, have a lot of fun. The kids hold your bag, you go on the rides, and then you have a fantastic time. And then you're home for 4 o'clock, because it's just round the corner. But by the time you get to year 11, yeah, obviously you can't take them to Camelot, so they want the big trip, yeah. So they come to Alton Towers, your end. And I said, I ain't doing that. Yeah, because you get home at 7 o'clock. Plus you got to babysit all these kids on the coach, hooligans. Yeah. So when it came around to year 11, they said they always want teachers to stay behind. Babysit the naughty kids. Those who got banned from the trip. Yeah. So somebody's got to stay behind. So every year when they'd ask that, who's going to stay behind? I'd be like, I'm going on the trip. But when they got to year 11, said, is there any volunteers? I'll be like, yeah, pick me, I want to stay behind. Because I want to go home for half a week, kind of thing. Anyhow, I don't love that. So what happens is, on the day of the trip, I'm in school, and I've got this group of Jamaliyas, yeah, the Jamals of the world, the bosses. I've got to babysit them. But I'm seeing the year 11s coming in, yeah, and I'm seeing the teachers getting ready, and the coach coming and everything. And I'm watching them, and the boys, they're in t-shirts, yeah, and the girls, the Muslim girls as well, they're really thin clothing. English girls have got skirts and all that sort of stuff, yeah. And then they go off. When they come back, the next day, first I go into the staff room and I ask the teachers, hey miss, how was the trip? Oh, don't ask Mr. Kazee. Worst trip ever. I'm never going again. I think I've got a sniffle. So what happened? Oh, you know what? It rained all day. Yeah? My butties got wet. Yeah? Ask another teacher. Oh, Mr. Kazee, you're lucky you didn't come. Yeah. And I forgot my anorak. I was soaked through. It's raining like it. It's cold as well. And the queues for the ride. Dear God. 1 hour we stood for one ride. 1.5 hours. And all this, yeah? You hear all of this in the staff room, right? Then you get to the classrooms. The kids are there, yeah? Dead excited. Bright eye and a bushy tail. They say, yeah, right. So how was the trip last night, yesterday? How was the trip? Every single year, 11 years. Oh, that's the best trip ever. Fantastic. A lovely time. It was amazing. Yeah? You ask the girls, same thing. Boys, same thing. You say to them, I heard it rain. No, it didn't rain. No, Allah, did it rain. Bro, did it rain? No. So it didn't rain. Who told you that? Lying. Yeah? I heard it was cold. Yeah? And I saw you, Jamal, when you were going, you had a t-shirt on, you didn't take your jacket. You must have been cold. No, sir. Sunshine, it's beautiful weather. Yeah? Sabrina, you must have been cold. I saw you weren't dressed properly. No, sir, it was alright. It was really nice. Yeah? We didn't feel cold at all. Right? And then you ask them, they say, Fazila, what are the queues like? Sir, we got lucky. I don't know what it was. We just got lucky. I think I made dua yesterday. 10 minutes we stood in the queue and we just went round again. We went on that trip, on that ride 4 times. 10 minutes. They say, no, I heard the queues were like 1.5 hours. No, sir, they're lying. So why the conflicting reports? Were the teachers lying? No, they weren't. Yeah? Are the kids lying? No, they're not. What happened was, it was raining and it was cold and the queues were long. But the teachers were adults, innit? Grumpy adults. So they notice everything. Oh, it's starting to rain, it's a fine rain, oh, get inside. Yeah? The kids, because they were lost in fun, time flies when you're having fun, and you don't realize. It rained on them, the queues were long and everything, but they were enjoying it so much. They just did, nothing fazed them. Yes? So if you can have that in the dunya, why not in Jannah? 40 years is easy on the gate of Jannah. And then a person will go into Jannah, and then it's a long story. Allah Ta'ala make that story our story. Allah Ta'ala make us of the people of Jannah. For that, brothers, there's an effort that we've all got to make. We're all familiar with the effort. We're so lucky. अभी क्या तश्कील है? मैं तो कहानी सुनाने बैठा था, ऐसे ही बात चल पड़ी. ये उसको बयान थोड़ा कहते हैं. मरकज पे कोई कहेगा तो मुझे बात कर देंगे यार. We all familiar with it. We're so lucky. We're so lucky. Look, honestly speaking, Allah Ta'ala made us Muslims. Then we could have been any kind of Muslim. Allah Ta'ala connected us to the ulama of Deoband. If you don't know what that is, I always say to the youngsters that go and get a biography. There's loads available now. Last December I went to Al-Azhar in London and they took me down to their store and showed me the books and everything. And there, the books have been translated into English of the biographies of our ulama kiram. Hazrat Molana Zakaria Sahab, the author of Fadal Amal, his biography is available in 3 volumes, ABBT. Very well known. It's in English, beautiful English as well. Get that, read it, get an idea of who that person was. And like that, we have a galaxy of ulama kiram. Ulama of Deoband, there's no one like them. Even the Arab ulama have to admit. I went to Medina, Masjid Nabawi, there's a library in there. Yeah? You can go in there, went in the library. So I'm looking through the kitabs and everything. They got, mashallah, good collection there. Yeah? And then it just occurred to me. I thought, Abu Dawud Sharif. Yeah? Many ulama of the past, Arab ulama and non-Arab ulama, they wrote Sarah for it. Yeah? And obviously, an Arab alim's kitab in Arabic is going to be more accepted and is going to be on a higher level than a non-Arab kitab, innit? So I went to the hadith section and I looked Abu Dawud, yeah, and the commentary for Abu Dawud, yeah, and from all the commentaries that have been written, the one that they decided to keep in the library of Medina in Masjid al-Nabawi was written by Molana Khalil Ahmad Saham Puri Rahmatullahi and Hazrat Sheikh Rahmatullahi. Bazlul Majhood, full set, slap bang in the middle of Masjid al-Nabawi library. Nothing else. What is that? I went into the section of biographies of Sahaba. Biography of Sahaba, which kitab? Hayat al-Sahaba. Sheikh Yusuf Kandalwi. Over here, Sheikh Zakaria Kandalwi. Yeah? Then other kitabs like Aman al-Ahbar. Yeah? And Maulana Rashid Ahmad Gangohi Lami al-Durar and all these, yeah? Those kitabs, the Arabs have kept them in the center of the Islamic world in the library. That you don't need any more proof. I mean, we're connected with those ulama. We don't need to go anywhere else. Our youngsters that start doing all this and all that, get a hold, mate. Behave. Go check out who you are. Yeah? Go check out who you are. Why are you going elsewhere? Those guys are coming to us. Yeah? The Arab ulama would come to our ulama, yeah, for guidance. They still do. Mufti Taqi Sahib is not some small guy, you know. Yeah, he acts all simple and everything, but Arabs come to him for guidance. Yeah? Why do you think he goes studying so much? The government takes advice from him. Yeah? And he's from a lineage of ulama. So imagine how it was, how his father was, Mufti Shafi Sahib was. Yeah? And how his father, and so we're Muslim, and then we Deobandi, and then on top of that, Allah Ta'ala blessed us with Tablighi as well. That we don't have any misgivings about Tablighi. We know this effort is the effort of Anbiya Kiram, and the help of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, and the tawajjuh of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam with this effort. So we're so blessed from the whole pie of Muslims. Ours is a very, very small percentage. We're very, very lucky. We're a very small minority. You get many Deobandis, but then they're not in Tabligh and they're anti-Tabligh or whatever. But Allah Ta'ala has given us the affiliation. We have wholeheartedly we accept that this work, this is it. There's no better work than this. All the other works, they get supplied from this work. Yeah, all the other work of Deen is all haqq. It's all good. It's supposed to be supported, and we make dua for them and everything. But the mother of all efforts is this one. This is supply chain. Yeah. Hafiz Sahib Rahmatullahi used to say, जब तक तबलीग की मेहनत होगी, खानकाह को मुरीदीन मिलते रहेंगे. In this country, you don't have to look far. There's so much proof of that. Ex-tablighi gone into खानकाह, yeah, gone into madrasa. Yeah, madrasa को तलबा मिलते रहेंगे. If it wasn't for tabligh, those places would have dried out. Yeah. Masjid ko musalli milenge. So this is a beautiful effort, but it's no good just giving it lip service. We have to make a targeeb, and we have to go out. Our bare minimum that we should all be doing is 40 days every year. Bare minimum. Yeah? And 3 days, or now it's for us it's 2 days, we should try to do that every month. That's doable. Yeah? 40 days every year, no tabligh, you should miss that. Nowadays, because I was studying in madrasa, I used to see people every year they come. I saw them for many years, yeah, when the kids were small and everything. They come in, mashallah, yeah, and I'd sit with them. That's how I got to know them. And now I go to their towns and I see them, and now the kids are married off. They got white hairs and everything. I goes, mashallah, when do you go? 40 days now? Oh, so it's been a while. What's a while? 8 years. A while. I said, well, why are you playing that? Wife likes to go on holiday and everything. Boy, you never give up your chillas, bro. Chillas are our lifeline. That's the only time we actually get to be a Muslim. You get to actually taste what Iman is. You can't compromise what it is, bro. Under no conditions should a tablighi ever give up the 40 days. I say to these young guys are coming, getting married, coming to work life and everything. I said, don't make a stupid move which compromises your 40 days. Whether it's job, when you're choosing a wife, don't just, think with your hormones. Think, is she gonna, and ask her. One of our Ali from England, he went to see a girl, he'd not spent 1 year, his dad didn't let him. He went to see a girl to get married and he told her straight up. He said, listen, if we get married, a few months after, I'm going for 1 year. Manzoor hai to haan kya? Otherwise, Molana Ibrahim Tiladia from Birmingham, Iqbal Bhai's son, he spent 1 year after he got married. Imagine, and he had kids as well. So we don't compromise on these things. This is our lifeline. And regularly going for our 3 days every month. And to keep us on track for that, then these amals. If we can't do every day, 2.5 hours, try to do 1 mulaqat, 2 mulaqat. Try to sit in the talim every day. And under no circumstances should we forego our weekly gush. Weekly gush, what is a weekly gush? Our gush, namaz is at 7 o'clock. So Amir Sahib says gush will be at 6 o'clock. So collect at 5:45. 5:45, and then you have 7 o'clock namaz, and then you have a Bayaan till about 7:30, till 7:45. So 7:45 till 7:45. That's our gush then. 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours maybe. If we can't give that for the sake of Allah on 1 day of the weekend, of the week, then problem, right? So everyone make an intention, inshallah. Everyone make an intention, inshallah. 40 days will go, 3 days will go. We'll make this effort that maqsad of our life. We'll make this effort in the whole world, all our lives, and we'll make intention for all of mankind to come to the day of Allah. If we make intentions like that, Allah Ta'ala will take it, inshallah. So we'll make an intention, inshallah.